Special day. Yeah, it's about an event. The City Hall bell tower will be lit in red this week for Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Month. And every month or every November, Canada celebrates Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Month. As part of this initiative, landmarks across Canada are illuminated red in a show of support for everyone affected by this inflammatory bowel disease. So you'll see our tower lights lit up this week. And I believe, Mr. Kelly, do we not have a Crohn's signage to say that anyone can use our public washroom? I think we may have that downstairs.
I believe, Your Worship, but we'll make sure we follow up.
And declarations of conflict of interest.
A couple there, Your Worship.
Under what there, Councillor Bob? Or
One
Councillor
in
Bob?
water, two in public works, one in parks, one in planning.
You could have done it by home.
Yeah, I should have.
So they would want to just repeat them, please.
One is for water, two are in public works, one is for parks, and one is for planning.
Can you just state which number it is for the official record, Councillor, please?
I knew I should have wrote it down, but I didn't.
Can we just wait till we get to that? So approval of agenda.
Your Worship, I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
And it's item number 8 in planning,
No.
the Tim Hortons drive-through in Mayport.
Number 8 in plan. You have that? Is that it? Councillor Duffy? Do you have one?
Your Worship, I'd like to change the agenda somewhat.
No, just 1 second. I'm still under declarations of conflict
Oh,
of
I thought you
interest.
were on the...
It's a pretty heavy night.
Oh, sorry.
Declarations of conflict of interest. COI. Any more? Okay. Approval of agenda. Councillor Duffy.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. I would like to move, in the planning area, I'd like to move the reconsideration for 14 or 18 Trainer Street from the number 7 position up to number 1.
7 to 1.
Yeah, and at that point, if you'd like me to go further, would you?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And Councillor Duffy, can you just raise your voice? Some
Sure.
people are complaining that they can't hear it clearly. And please, just try to avoid the paper. I know we're going through our binders, but a lot of listeners, viewers are picking up. And Councillor McLeod was one of them, that it was just, you just had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead there.
No problem. And Your Worship, once we move that to the number 1 position, I would like the permission of council to move into in-camera session. Mr. Hooley is with us here this evening, and allow Mr. Hooley to go over some very pertinent, relevant points of this particular application. We've all had kind of a busy week, and there's been a lot of information flying around. We've had the U.S. presidency, which has taken up a lot of our time. We've got COVID issues around and various other things. So I just want everybody in this room, the councillors, to understand the information that's been flying around, what is useful, what is not useful, what is a little off the mark, what is right on the mark. So I think the best way, and I've concurrence from pretty well everyone I spoke to, the best way to handle this would be simply to go into in-camera session so Mr. Hooley could give advice to councillors in the closed area.
And Councillor Duffy, is there a reason for that, or do you want the lawyer or solicitor to explain that? Is there a reason that you want to go into in-camera session? Is there, because of the legal?
Definitely, because what Mr. Hooley will probably be talking to us about, it will have privilege for only us to hear. We can't have that broadcast. We want the privileged information that he has.
Legal. Section 119.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything to that, Mr. Hooley? If you're going to, please, can you just come close to this mic so all our viewers and listeners? Just, he's going to, just let me explain it first.
That mic, everybody hear me?
That was right there.
Everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
I guess next door too.
These are very sensitive, yes.
Yeah. So, I think Councillor Duffy's suggestion is a useful one. This is a complex procedural issue involving Trainer Street, and important, I think, for council to be focused on the issue that's before you this evening for a decision. And it's easy sometimes to lose sight of keeping the eye on the ball and being alive to what's the real issue here this evening we're deciding, and for what reasons are we deciding it the way we're deciding it. So I think it would be helpful if we had a brief in camera to discuss that, because it's not something, when we give legal opinions and advice to council, that's subject to what we call solicitor-client privilege, and there's 1,000 good reasons for that being the case, that law, so to speak, that the private advice of your solicitor to you should be delivered in private and kept in private, and then you can make whatever decisions you like after you hear that advice. But I think it's important to be alive to the advice and mindful of it, and then go from there.
Is that clear?
Thank you.
Is that all right, Mr. Duffy? Any more?
Yeah.
Councilor Duffy, you want to add any more?
That's fine by me, Your Worship.
Okay. You're going to second the resolution, so it's to move from 7 to 1, and then when we get into 1, there will be a part that will go in camera because of the legalities. Deputy?
I'm a little confused, I guess. Like, I thought to get here tonight, the solicitor would have reviewed to see if it met a threshold. There was a little bit of a process, and the reports are written. I'm a little surprised now at the 11th hour to go behind closed doors to get, I don't know what, additional information, I guess. It would have been nice to know that, as opposed to 5 after 5 here when we're getting ready to meet.
Want to add anything to that, Mr. Cooley? Do you think your explanation was clear right from the beginning? Okay.
All I'll add is any information we can get to make the proper decision is welcome, and more than welcome is needed. We've had information that come in that is wrong, but people, if they don't understand why it's wrong, they will go on thinking that, hey, it looks good to me, but it's not good.
Involved in Your Worship.
What's that, sir?
We're getting involved with it.
No, I'm just clarifying. Because there is a public watching, and they
That's true.
want to understand why we're going camera. So I think it's a healthy debate. You're all right with that,
That's fine,
Councilor?
I'm fine, Your Worship.
Question? Question called?
Question called.
Okay, all those in favor to change the agenda, 7 goes to 1, and then when we get into 1, there will be a part where we go into in camera. Please put up your hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Councilor Twill, yea or nay?
No.
No. Okay, all those against, put up your hands. Okay, 7 to 3.
Thank you.
And those opposed, Councilors Duran, McCabe, and Twill. Okay, can we move on? Okay. So we have the minutes of the regular monthly meeting, October 13th. Special meetings open, October 14th, the 20th, and the 29th, 2020, and a public meeting on October 27, 2020. Motion to approve? Councilor McCabe, second by Councilor Ramsey. Question, all in favor? Aye. Okay, against? Okay, business arising from the minutes. Any business arising? Seeing none, we will go to the reports of the committees, and 6.1, Planning and Heritage. Chair of the committee, Councilor Michael Duffy, Ward 3.
Thank you, Your Worship. As we just stated earlier, I guess we can move right into...
Right into number 1.
Our in-camera session now.
Do you want to go to camera?
Yep, please.
Okay, so
For the official record,
Oh.
it's section 119, 1F.
so we have to vote to go into an in-camera session.
Okay.
So it's under section,
119,
subsection 119.
1F, Your Worship.
1F. Okay, moved by who? Councilor Duffy, second by Councilor McLeod. All those in favor, please put up your hands. Okay, those against? Councilor Twill, yea or nay?
No.
Okay, 8-2, opposed, Councilor Duran and Twill. Okay,